I have been receiving calls from a lot of viewers asking about new construction homes in Georgia. One of the questions many are asking, will I get a price reduction if I don't use a realtor? We are going to talk about that, and you will be surprised by the answer you get. If you're a buyer watching today and you are wondering the same thing, this video is for you. All right, let's get into it. Now, just to clarify, when I talk about new construction homes, I am referring to working with production builders, not custom builders. I'm talking about those builders like Lennar, Toll Brothers, Century Communities, D.R. Horton, etc., who have their offices and model homes in specific community with a bunch of plans to let you pick your options to create your dream home. So I just wanted to make sure that I clarify that. We're not looking at custom builders. In certain cities around Metro Atlanta and surrounding suburbs, you won't believe this, but you can get a brand new home for the same price as a resale home with the same number of bedrooms and bathrooms. So if you're talking about spending $450,000 on a home, for example, why not opt for a brand new construction home for close to the same price of a resale home? The first very important tip that I want to talk about is for you to decide ahead of time if you're going to work with a dedicated real estate agent that represents you and you alone, or work with a sales representative at the builder's office or model home. That, by the way, represents the builder. You will want to make this decision before you even step foot in the model home. Listen. I'm absolutely all about saving you money. I would strongly encourage you, if that is your goal, to call the builder. The builder's phone numbers are listed right there on their website, so go ahead and call them and ask them that question. So, having said that, right, find out about that. When you're out driving around, by the way, I know some of us do that. In various newly built neighborhoods, eager to explore, you may decide to stop by one of those communities and inquire, right? However, remember this, the moment you step into that new construction community office without representation, you might find yourself in a less advantageous position. Sure, technically, you're not represented until you sign the contract, right? But here in Georgia, many builders stipulate on their website that buyers who are represented by a real estate agent need to make their first visit with the real estate agent in person. If you don't do it, it can get sticky really fast, especially later on in the process. I know some builders who have refused to designate the buyer's agent in the contract, especially if you show up at the model home, if you do the tour without having your real estate agent with you on the first visit. So remember that buying a new construction home has many steps and it can get very overwhelming. And that's why I highly recommend that you work with a real estate agent when you're thinking about buying a new construction home. If you, however, having considered everything, decide to sign the contract and move forward without representation, remember this, the same person who works for the builder will also be assisting you. For some, this lack of representation during negotiations can be really nerve-wracking. So here's a proactive move. Find the phone number of the builder in the neighborhood that you're interested in. They're listed online on the website or signs outside the community when you're driving around. Get the phone number, give them a call, and ask a few questions about that community and about the building process. For example, inquire about potential incentives if you do decide to work with a preferred lender. Many builders have established lenders for their community, and they might offer some really enticing incentives. I recently worked with a buyer and I was able to negotiate a $35,000 incentive for them because they worked with their preferred lender. It is a smart move to explore these options, even if you already have a pre-approval from your preferred lender, as the financial benefits might outweigh the loyalty. My son is a mortgage broker here in Metro Atlanta, and I'm very loyal to him. But I will not hesitate, and neither will he, to recommend going with a builder's lender if the loan they're offering, along with the incentives and terms, is best for you as a buyer. Another question you could ask while you are on the phone with them, just like I said in the beginning of this video, and it is a slightly controversial topic, but I believe a practical question. Ask the builder if you'll get any discount off the price of the home if you come and work with them without a real estate agent representing you. Now, this may seem like it's cutting out business for agents and for me, but this channel is all about helping you save money, save time, get the best deal possible, but yet don't cut any corners. 9 times out of 10, the answer will be no. They offer the same price with or without a real estate agent. However, if the answer is yes, and you can potentially save a significant amount by foregoing an agent, it's worth considering. If you're experienced with the building process, do it. Especially if you're confident about your ability to negotiate, or if you're just looking to cut costs, it might be a worthwhile option. On the flip side, however, if there is no difference in price, you would want to have representation and work with a real estate agent. If you value having someone watching your back, because after all, you have your life to live, right? You have a job, you have a family to watch out for and to care for. If you value someone watching your back and providing guidance and having somebody that represents you and you alone, I suggest stick with a trusted real estate agent. Not only will it keep everyone on their toes, but also ensure you have someone looking out for your best interests during the building process, because that makes sense. Now, let's move on to the second essential tip. I don't know how many times I have received a call from a buyer so excited about the price that the builders are offering for homes in a community that they like. They see it listed on the signs, the entrance of the community, or they saw it on websites that the builder has online, only to be disappointed that what was advertised is not really what it is. So, don't be swayed solely by the price displayed on the signs. It is a common misconception that the starting price, whether it is $400,000, $500,000, or $600,000, it is often not entirely accurate. So, let me break it down for you. Imagine you see a sign stating that homes in that community start at, remember that keyword, start at $400,000, and you're thinking, great, this will work, so let's check out some new builds. However, when you walk into the builder's model home, you'll quickly realize that the cheapest and basic model isn't likely to be your favorite. The basic price may not include the lot premium, which could run, by the way, anywhere from $5,000 and above. Builders intentionally design it to be very basic, knowing that they have a slightly pricier model with better features and layout, tempting you to consider spending a little bit more. The price difference could range with just a few $1,000s to as much as $50,000 or more. It depends on which plan you want and which features you want to add. So let's say you decide on a $420,000 model, feeling content that it aligns with your $450,000 budget. Here's the catch. There will be upgrades. You may tell yourself, hey, I'll skip that fancy paint or lighting or whatever so that you can keep costs down. But there are two instances where you'll face additional charges. The first is for structural elements, such as deciding on half walls or full walls or extra doors, high ceiling, extra windows, a loft, or things like that. The model you fell in love with will likely come with these high-end structural upgrades. It might be fully decked out or not, but they always showcase the nice structural features which you fall in love with when you tour the model. This initial upsell can get a bit pricey. Want that kitchen island? That'll be an extra $2,000 or $3,000. Fancy a wider corner lot or a cul-de-sac lot? Brace yourself for an additional $5,000 to $10,000 or more. Even a simple patio, the covered area outside in the back typically with cement, can be a surprising $10,000 to $15,000 upgrade. This explains why some newer homes lack patio because they're expensive and builders charge a hefty premium for them. So let's say you start with $420,000 model and you're already close to the $450,000 budget just with the structural upgrades. Now it's off to the design center where you'll pick out colors and tiles. While you can be very careful with your choices, opting for more budget-friendly options, the temptation at the design center, believe me, I know, I've watched my buyers struggle a lot to choose a better lighting package or cabinet style, etc., can really add up. For those who want to personalize your new home, the average cost of structural and design center upgrades typically average close to between $30,000 to $50,000. So now that $450,000 might realistically be close to $480,000, and now you're over your budget and your pre-approved amount. It's essential to be aware of this potential added cost and plan accordingly when considering a new build. Next tip, always get your own home inspector to inspect the home. I know, you're asking why? It's a brand new home. What could possibly go wrong? Well, let me tell you, I have worked with many buyers buying a new construction home, and you will be surprised what our home inspector finds that the builder missed or the subcontractor did not install properly and not up to code. Crazy, right? Yes. Typically, a home inspector costs anywhere from $500 to $700 depending on the square footage of the home. Let me tell you, it is money well spent. Now, let's get to the final tip before you go barreling down that road of buying a new construction home. Give resale home a fair consideration before officially signing and committing to a new construction. Understand that with new builds, you are likely overpaying or tripling the price of various upgrades, such as granite countertops, a patio, a double sink, things like that. One significant area of overpayment is often the lot premium, where it's due to the location of being a corner lot or cul-de-sac lot. In some cases, premium lots can escalate the price to an extra $10,000 to $15,000. I know some lots that cost $100,000 more just because it's in a prime location. With a resale home, it's a little bit different. In the resale market, the price isn't determined by the amount someone paid for a premium lot. Resale focuses on the overall value and don't add the premiums for specific features in the home. So, before finalizing a deal for a new construction home at $450,000, it may be a good idea for you and your agent to conduct a quick search to see what the same amount can get you in the neighborhood that you like in the resale market. You might discover that for the same price, and on some occasions even $20,000 to $30,000 less, you can get a home with additional features that might not be available in a new construction home. While the excitement of owning something brand new is enticing, especially for a long-term residence, it's important not to let the appeal of the newness overshadow the financial considerations. If you are determined to build a brand new home, that's perfectly fine. Everyone has their preferences. There you go. I hope that this is helpful information for you. Thank you for your time and for watching this video till the end. If you are in the Metro Atlanta area and you need assistance with new construction homes or any real estate matters, you may contact me, and my contact information is in the description below. If you're outside of Georgia and you need me to be your eyes and boots on the ground here in Georgia to find your next home, send me an email, message me, or give me a call. All of my info is in the description below. And until I see you in the next video, I wish you happiness, great health, and abundant wealth.